Just testing the audio with about 20 minutes to go before started play. Testing the audio. Alright, rumble away. Hello everybody, good morning. Welcome to Mandeville Sports Club for round 3 of the New Zealand Over-40s IPT. Today's match we have Districts playing against Auckland. Districts won the toss and they're bowling first. You can see Peter Connell marking his run. He'll be running in towards us with the wind behind him. It is a windy day here at Mandeville. Maybe some wind audible through the effects microphone. Apologies if that affects your listening enjoyment. But the good news is it's a beautiful sunny day. It's hot and warm here. My name's Jim Morrison. I'll be with you throughout the day, bringing you this live and exclusive coverage. Auckland unbeaten after 2 matches. They're 2 from 2. Districts have had a win on Duckworth Lewis and a loss. So they've got lots to play for. Auckland have a very good chance of making the final, but in fact all 4 teams I think are still mathematically in with a chance. Finals are tomorrow. It'll be teams 1 and 2, while teams 3 and 4 will play off. So we've got Greg Johnson and Juan Lemaitre opening for Auckland. Greg Johnson getting a promotion up the order today. He's averaging 82 in this tournament, just been dismissed once. And here's Peter Connell to start us off. Short and wide, hit for 4. So great start for Auckland with a 4 off the first ball. That was short and wide, and we've seen quite a few looseners in this tournament. Innings starting off with boundaries, so no different today. It's a similar length, but the line is better from Connell. So we're actually starting a minute or 2 ahead of 11 o'clock, which is nice. We had a delayed start on Thursday, so great to see all the players and umpires so keen that they actually start early. Ooh, it's short and wide, and so wide that the batsman can't reach it, and the umpire has to signal wide. So Peter Connell, New Zealand, he was somewhat plagued by round 1. Had a very long over that did about 7 of them. So hopefully he is a good bowler. Ooh, that one's aerial, scooped back towards Connell, but he can't grab it before it bounces. 7 off the first over, 5 to Greg Johnson, 1 to Juan Lemaitre, and 1 wide. Nice shape on the ball from Nick Smith. Not getting any turn, but he's getting some movement in with the arm. Chant. Ooh, appeal from the keeper for a catch behind, not from the bowler, tellingly. And the umpire just indicates that it had come off the pad as it went through to the keeper, Bo Dench. Belated decision to run as the ball beats the sprawling attempt of the fielder, out to the cover sweeper, into the first over, 2 off it. Good start for Nick Smith. And so I've made a bit of a mistake here, guys. It's actually not Greg Johnson facing, it's Ryan Newman. So my apologies, I'll try and change that up. Right, so I've changed his name, but unfortunately I've lost his score. So, my mistake. He is on 6, Ryan Newman. And I don't think I can fix that. So we'll just have to adjust as the day goes on. Chance of a catch, taken at mid-on. Juan Lemaitre trying to chip the ball. I don't know what he was trying to do really, probably just bunt it down the ground. All he's done is chip it out to mid-on. And Districts take their first wicket. Peter Connell gets early success and early failure for Juan Lemaitre. Lemaitre will be really disappointed he hasn't had a long innings in this tournament. He scored 28 in the first game and a low score yesterday and just 2 today. Auckland 1 down for 10. Here we go, Connell to the new batsman Jason Grobler. Tall figure of Jason Grobler, the South African born opening batsman who played for New Zealand A last year. Did very well in that tournament, scored I think an 80 and a 70. Peter Cannell bowling with good pace now and a bit more accuracy than we saw earlier in his first over. So a couple of runs there for Grubbler to get him going. Hasn't had much success. Nick Smith starting his second over, had a good first one. Oh, nice angle in. Tries to get a bit too adventurous there, Nick Smith, hoping to drift it in from wide of the off stump. Just hangs out there. And they pick up a single out to the cover sweeper. Jason Grobler just getting the gloves ready. Here he goes. Whoa, he's going to be out here. I think he's just spooned it straight up in the air. Oh, and there's some terrible fielding. The man at slips there has dropped an absolute goober. I mean, to be fair, it was swirling. It's a windy day today. I'm trying to look for mitigating circumstances here for that catch. It is windy and swirling, but he didn't have to move much, just had to somehow get underneath the ball. I think that might be Sansar Singh standing at slip. Not a typical slips catch, but he should be capable of catching anywhere really. Here there'll be 2 for Grobler, who had a life in that over, escaped punishment for a poor shot. How much will that cost Districts? A little bit leg side-ish, and nice clip off the legs by Ryan Newman, brings him a single. little bit leg side-ish again, Connell, and easy pickings for Ryan Newman, knocking the ball around the corner. Nearly chopped that onto a stumps, Grobbler, going back and trying to cut, but it was a little bit too close to him. Ended up getting an underneath edge that could easily have gone onto the stumps. It didn't. So we've got all 4 matches in progress so far. Wickets in 3 of the 4 matches, 2 of them already in the Wellington Tasman versus Canterbury Otago match. Scott Jones and Andrew McCarr have both fallen for ducks to Simon Murphy and Paddy Sullivan respectively. 5 for 2 they are. Just sliding down the leg side with that arm ball from Nick Smith. I think he's aiming more for a little bit of swing, a bit of drift early on than for spin. That one's a wee bit shorter and pulled out to the fieldsman on the boundary at 1, 2, 3 men out, which is the maximum allowed at this point. The man who fielded the ball, a wide long on and a cover sweeper. More respectful than he was when he faced first ball to him last up. Went for a huge slog, it straight up in the air, and it was dropped. Good over from Nick Smith, just the one off it. 22 for 1 after 6. Ryan Newman is on 12, despite what you see on your scorecard there. He's on 12. Jason Grobbler is on 6. There'll be runs here. There's no cover sweeper, but he hasn't timed it well enough to go for 4. A strong throw from Jerem Wiley, hoofing the ball back in there, and safely back for 2 was Ryan Newman. Chance of a catch. He's going to grab this one. He had a chance earlier on, and this time the ball's been spooned back to him. He's dived down in front of him. To his left has Peter Connell to take that return catch, and Districts grab their second. So does Peter Connell. So he's been a bit all over the place this morning, Connell. A few wides, a couple of bad deliveries, but he's taken 2 wickets and he's given his team, Districts, a wonderful start. Yeah, it was just a leading edge. Ryan Newman was, I think, trying to push it down to mid-on. Got the leading edge, and it was low and to the left of Peter Connell, who had good reactions, diving in front of himself to take that second wicket. Scott Mara is the new batsman, coming in at 4. Nice pace from the District's captain. Tossed up again. Mara uses his feet, but maybe jumps down a wee bit too far and nearly yorks himself. Oh, there's that flattered delivery, very nice. Mara tries to open up, but can't do so. But ends up being a hour oval, about 15-20 minutes drive. Equestrian, even a rodeo arena. That one probably would have been called wide if Grobbler hadn't stretched out and tapped it on its head. But he does, and it goes down to third man for 1. Beautiful shot from Scott Mara out to the boundary for 4. It's a change of bowler, in fact, so my apologies, I'll have to... Grant Comerford is the new bowler, so I think I've fixed that up. We saw a beautiful extra cover drive from Scott Mara in that over, or this over so far. Swing and a miss from Grobbelaar, who's looked unconvincing so far in this innings. He's been dropped to nearly a chop on, and a couple of plays and misses. Nicely taken by Byron Jolivet, the wicket-keeper, by the way. Not a full-time wicket-keeper. And again, similar shot. He's getting a little bit of outswing, is Comerford. And that's his first over. Comes to an end. 6. One run out to the sweeper. That wind is picking up, trying to block the negative effects into the microphone, but if it does sound a bit scratchy, then that's probably why. Nicely bowled from Max Smith, angling the ball into middle stump. After 6.5 overs, Paddy Sullivan has taken 2 for 4 at 8.63, so that's really helping them. Deepak Khemani, the culprit there, bowling 16 wides. Not sure he'll get too much more of a bowl. And another bright start for Wellington Tasman. I'll come back to that in a moment as Comerford continues. So this is the Division 2, of course. Wellington Tasman 47 without loss after 8 overs. Chris Priest and Ruin Werakodi going along steadily. Today, that's the third time he's powered one. Clip with timing out towards the square leg boundary. Wow, wasn't a terrible ball that from Comerford. Scott Mara rolled the wrists and timed it beautifully out to square leg for his second boundary of the over, his 4th overall, and he's raced up to 21 from 20. All of a sudden, Auckland 48 for 2 after 11. good spell, 5 overs none for 16, has come to an end, and Jerem Wiley is going to have a trundle from the clubhouse end. Bowling to Jason Grobler. Starts with a firm drive to mid-off. Take a run on, I guess, what we have to call a misfield. It was slammed out to Leighton Parsons, who courageously put his body behind it, but it just ricocheted off him up to mid-off. The 50 is up for Auckland now. They're going at exactly 4 and over. Halfway through the 13th, sorry. Runs here, it's a bit of a chase. In fact, Nick Smith won't get anywhere near it down at third man. It's a race down on what's a pretty fast outfield today. Race down to the third man boundary for 4. Continue to be, just gets a thick inside edge, and Districts claim their 3rd wicket. Yeah, it is Greg Johnson. Bowl it, but all that wind picking up. Auckland 55-3 now after 14 overs. Also 3 down are Wellington Tasman. They've only scored 13 runs though. Darren Cudby and Gerhard van Staden are the men in there. going at 1.26 and over, the Firehawks, in the face of some good seam bowling from Paddy Sullivan, Simon Murphy, Adam Hastelow and Gareth Gibson. Steaming in. Oh, finds the edge, and it's gone to first slip. It's gone through first slip, in fact, on the bounce, so no chance of a catch. But good delivery that squared up Greg Johnson. Was a good over, that one. 3 runs off it from Grant Comerford. It's been a little bit expensive by the standards of this innings. None for 23 from 4, but that was a good over. And in fact that takes us to the first drinks break. 15 overs gone, 58 for 3. short drinks break. Just going to resume now. Ooh, good delivery from Wiley, pitching one up and Grobbler fending us. Runs. They've come off 35 balls, which is a little bit against the standards, but I think he recognises that he has to probably anchor this innings. I'm starting to suspect that maybe James Marshall isn't playing today. I haven't had that confirmed, but I'm just looking that way. It's a wide. Ooh, good delivery from Wiley. Has Grobbler poking at it again. Right, another good over from Jerome Wiley. 2 runs and a wide off it. He's had a good spell. 3 overs, 1 for 4. So we're just in a little bit of a holding pattern in this game as Auckland consolidate. Not really in a position where they can put the hammer down. Wellington Tasman have lost a 4th wicket. They are struggling. 23 for 4 after 12.2 overs. Darren Cudby out for 6. Short and wide, but Grobbler can't capitalise on it. He's struggled a bit today, Grobbler. In fact, in this tournament, he hasn't looked as dominant as he did in the tri-series last year. but he's battling away. Tries a big shot here, and he's hit it over mid-off, and that's more dominant. In fact, it's a couple of bounces over the rope and into the next game, which is the mainland is against the Firehawks in Division 2. And in that match I can just see a fantastic catch being taken in the outfield. So just as well the ball went into that match, it gave me the opportunity to watch a lovely catch. Anyway, 4 runs to Jason Grobler. That's his first boundary. He's hit it into the gap between a couple of fieldsmen in the deep. Again, no real authority in that big hit from Grobler, but he gets 2. There's a big hit from Grobler, gets hold of one bounce over the vacant mid-wicket area for 4. Okay, looks like Stuart Farquhar, the solidly built ex-Olympic javelin thrower, coming into the attack from the hedge end. He'll be replacing Grant Comerford, who bowled 5 unsuccessful overs. Big shout for LBW from the district's players. From here it looked a little bit leg side-ish. Going to pick up 4 runs here, Greg Johnson, with a nice clip off his toes. little bit over pitched from Farquhar.